Hey fellow aviators! Even after many years since release, TFS is still an incredibly promising game with a big room for improvement, changes and new additions. In my latest post, I asked you guys to tell me, what would you add to TFS if you had the chance? In this video, we'll discuss the most popular things you guys suggested, check if they exist in other flight simulators, and see if we have any info about them coming to the game. Let's begin. Fire and explosion effects for crashes. Not having any kind of crash animations is actually quite a popular trend in flight simulators nowadays. Many flight simulators simply show you the "you crashed" card when you crash the airplane. Since the start of TFS, we had the planes falling apart animations after the crashes, which is better than nothing. But still, some famous simulators like X-Plane, both mobile and PC versions, and emergency landings have actual fire and explosions animations. It would be nice to see more flight simulators implement them. Luckily for us, TFS will receive fire and explosions effects as a part of the gunships mode. It was confirmed by the developer. Day and night and weather cycles. Getting actual environment changes with time would be nice. In most of the flight simulators, time is a change the same as in real life, or after some specific time period, like in TFS. In TFS, we can simply choose a certain preset, and no matter how long we play, it won't change in the session. Same goes to the weather. In modern flight simulators, in-game weather depends on the real-life weather in the region. In TFS, the only weather-related options we have are seasons and thunder, and they are static too, meaning they won't change in real time. Getting time and weather cycles would make the game much more interesting and challenging. Imagine taking off in a quiet, nice weather and landing during a night with a thick fog or thunderstorm. We don't have any information regarding these cycles, though we know that rain and vipers will be added. It was confirmed by the developer many years ago. Water vehicles. Most of the flight simulators don't have vehicles at all, only as mods sometimes. In TFS, we have a nice variety of different vehicles to try. One of these vehicles is APC, and it can travel through water. It would definitely be nice to have more of such vehicles. A great sign of the game getting closer to such vehicles are the upcoming ships. We already got to see one of them in 2022, when a special menu level was introduced. Though it is obvious ships feature is not the main priority for AX Gamesoft as of now. Humans. Having passengers in our planes would be awesome. Though in most of the modern flight simulators we don't have any sign of passengers. We can only get them with different add-ons. This is probably due to the fact that actually having passengers on board would lower the game's performance. Plus, after all, flight simulators are based on flying, not looking after the passengers. Still, it would be awesome to have the ability to interact with people on board, raise their satisfaction level by doing smooth flights. Unfortunately, we have zero info on passengers getting added. Updated map. This is an interesting case. Most of the popular flight simulators have a real map, with you being able to travel to any part of the world. TFS is a big exception. In TFS, we have a fictional map. You're able to explore main island with 7 airports and archipelago with just 4 airports. Having airports is not the only thing important to the game. What else is important is a nice environment. In TFS, the environment feels empty. Yes, we have 3 fictional cities, one near shore airport, one near main airport, and one near beach airport. Even though we can't enter buildings, we can still explore the cities, which is nice. Yes, we have rivers, bridges, and even a dam. But other than that, there is nothing. Mountains, hills, and grass. What we need is more nature, like trees, bushes, animated clouds. But if you watched my 2023 video, you know the main problem with these additions. They may cause lags on low-end devices. The perfect solution to this problem would be to add these features, yet make it possible to disable them in settings, so you can return to the usual map to stop the lags. As of today, we have no information on updated map and environment in TFS. Speaking of environmental changes, have you seen TFS Sun? For some reason, such a simple thing, existing in most of the other flight sims, is missing in Turboprop Flight Simulator. Adding sun also means potentially adding more shadows. So far, we only have shadows under the planes and vehicles. Overall, adding sun, at least as a static picture, would be better than nothing. So far, we have no info on that ever happening. Replay mode is an essential aspect of a flight simulator. Nowadays, you simply can't imagine a flight simulator where you can't check out your landing from different angles. Unfortunately, replay mode was never mentioned in long-term plans of TFS development. And a feature I kept for the end of this video. Jets. Just a year ago, TFS veterans would call you crazy for saying TFS should get jets. The game's name is Turboprop Flight Simulator, not Jets Flight Simulator, they would say. But just recently, we got an official confirmation jets will come to TFS. Alexandre Petre said that the other aircraft section will include both helicopters and jets. He didn't provide info on what kind of planes would jets be, saying that we'll find that out in a special discoverable secret. The biggest challenge now is to receive the update with that secret though. This is quite crazy, but still, let's keep our expectations low. We may be disappointed if we expect some big Boeing or Airbus plane, and we'll get something much less exciting. So far, we have absolutely no other information about the jets. So, this was the second video where we talked about features that TFS needs. This time, I asked your opinions and explored the possibilities of the things getting added. Make sure to check out part 1 for my own thoughts on what we truly need. I'd like to say that even though these features will make the game better, the possibility of us getting them soon is very low. AX Gamesoft is currently working on the near-term planned features, and they don't have most of the features we talked about in this video. Anyway, make sure to tell me which TFS features are you waiting for the most, and suggest new things that weren't mentioned in this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to hit the like button to show your support. If you're here for the first time, subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.